Hi, I'm Kevin from software engineering. So I just watched the second video in the list, and what it talked about was problems that we want to try to solve. One part was like, do we actually know what the problem is that we're trying to solve? We might just be trying to dive in too deep and not really understand the full concept of what we're trying to solve, and we're just trying to solve random things that are not as relevant towards us. There was a really nice example in the video about two kids who would fight often, but so you would think that the solution to this was that you would limit them and ground them if they were to fight. But actually, the solution to this was that they were just waking up really grumpy, and that they just needed orange juice and early sleep to solve the problem. So it goes on and talks about how maybe what we see from the outside perspective is probably not the best way to approach problem solving in this case. Um, I'm not sure what's the other slide, but a good method of understanding this is to ask someone else for help on whether or not this is a really good solution or this is a really good problem that I'm really focusing on. If they can all agree on that, then potentially that we can understand that this is probably the better way to solve it. Yeah. The next part is like, is it really impactful that what we're doing? Does it mean anything? Um, I could just be making this just because I want to, but it doesn't solve anything. It might mean a lot to me. A little bit if I say, oh, I'm too tired to sign up for class and go on APU, so therefore I make an app that automatically logs in. Does everyone really need this app, right? And probably not, right? So if it's not impactful, I don't think it's a really good uh, problem that we're trying to solve. And sustainability talks about can it help itself out, right? Is it just gonna do its job and then fail to pay for the development of the app and continuation of the app? If that's the case, there's no business model to it, and that it will just eventually flop. Uh, Investability talks about sometimes you need initial capital going into the project. The example that Professor Dan used was the Movie Pass, where he talks about $10 a movie for unlimited movies. That sounds like you have to put like a lot of money into it initially to see if you can make profit from it. Yeah, scalability. What's the next approach afterwards? Right? Is it gonna get any bigger where you can make more revenue or more? Um, yeah, self-explanatory for this one. Needs and wants. It talks about if you really need it, but if you want to try to accomplish this, you will try to have to understand that you need to put in X amount of resources. These resources was started here about how impactful, how sustainable, how investable, and how scalable it is. Um, yeah, I think that was about it for this video. Thank you.